All right, everybody. Good evening from the Philippines and good afternoon to everybody in Turkey. Welcome to Servant Leadership Amidst the Pandemic. Now, this is a project where two chapters, JCI Macajalar 24K and JCI Bahçeşehir. Hope I said that correctly. So, a partnership from Philippines and from Turkey. This situation really has its major ups. So the entire webinar would be all about getting to know how Turkey responds to the pandemic situation. And also we have participants from the Philippines who may want to share and also ask questions to our dear speaker tonight. And for us to really get to know more about our webinar, I'd like to invite our project chairwoman, EVP Neshel Cipriano.
Hi everyone. I'm just tasked tonight to welcome you all for our webinar, and I'm hoping to learn one or more from JCI Macajalar President, LO 2020 LO President, Pres Anil Demir. Thank you so much, Pres, for accepting our invitation, for sparing us some of your time, and thank you so much everyone for being with us. We have guests tonight from all over the world, I think. And I'd like to mention some because I'm not yet sure. I'm not familiar yet with the rest. I'd like to welcome our VP Jason Alcudia, Press Tara, and the rest of our sisters, and Press Bernadette Chua from JCI Silang. Who else? And of course, our my sisters in JCI Macajalar 24K. And that's it. I'd like to welcome you all for tonight's webinar, and feel free to ask questions after this. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, EVP Nesh. And I'm glad to hear there are a lot of people here in the Philippines and in Turkey. So I saw several men and women earlier during the webinar when we were still organizing that even though you're in your respective offices, some of you are out and about in the beach or out in leisure, you still gave time for this webinar, and for that we are very, very grateful for that. But before I proceed to our speaker, I would just like to say that this opportunity really opens doors to a lot of us, and I hope tonight would be a perfect way for us to really know how to proactively respond to the pandemic. And I would now like to introduce our speaker, and I just like to share also that earlier today he gave me his credentials, and I asked, Press, do you want me to pick out the best parts of your credentials, or is there anything you want to stand out, or is it in my discretion? And he said, oh, it's in your discretion, but I think it wouldn't do justice if I wouldn't enumerate all his wonderful achievements. So I just like to share that our speaker for tonight joined JCI back in 2016, and he became the project director of Asia Town Project and JCI Turkey UNSDG as a committee member. He was also awarded as the Best National Director of JCI Turkey, Asia Town Project nominated as top 3 projects of Best Inter-Organization Collaboration category of 2017 WorldCon 2018. He's also the Twinning Director, Turkey Connecting Business Asia, Project Director, and JCI Turkey European Conference Director. And he's also awarded as the Best National Director of JCI Turkey. Not only that, he is also the Secretary General, EVP, and elected as local incoming president back in 2019. And as we progress through the year, he has also been nominated as one of the top 3, or having had with the top 3 projects of the 2019 JCI European Conference Best Long-Term Community Project and Best Inter-Organization Collaboration category. And during this year, he is the local president of JCI Bahçeşehir, nominated as top 3 most outstanding member of Europe during the 2020 JCI Europe Conference. The Turkey Connecting Business Asia also recognized the best long-term local community program during the European Conference. He has also visited 20 countries with 30 cities to meet JCI members around the world. He promoted his chapter and his projects as he went to all of those places. He has also hosted members in Istanbul, Turkey, and he organized 4 international events of Turkey Connecting Business Asia in Asia Pacific and acted as speaker representing his chapter in Vietnam, Indonesia, Taiwan, and of course here in the Philippines. Outside JCI, he is a professional working in Singapore Airlines in their Istanbul office as account manager. He would also want to emphasize that he loves to meet and network people from other countries. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me give a warm welcome to our speaker for tonight, Press Anil Demir.
Thank you so much, dear Celeste. I'm so much honored to be the guest speaker here with you. As you see, I always love Philippines. If we weren't in COVID-19 situation, I guess we would organize this event in Philippines with you. But as we are in COVID situation, we are not still far away, just one click away. So I'm so glad to organize this online event with you. Hopefully, we will enjoy this event. I won't have a boring presentation. I would like to have an interactive questions and answering session with you. Hope all participants will enjoy. I'll try to tell about my volunteer experiences today. Okay, dear Celeste, so I'm starting to present my presentation, if it's okay for you.
All right, go ahead, Press. We're excited to hear about it.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's start with my presentation. Welcome, everyone. As now you are aware, I am the local president of JCI Bahçeşehir for 2020, and we will talk about service to humanity amidst a pandemic situation. That's a very challenging time for all of us, but we can find new ways to motivate and inspire people. So firstly, I would like to tell you about our motto. This is the motto of this year, 2024 JCI Macajalar, inspire yourself. Why? Because according to me, a leader needs to inspire people. If you cannot inspire the people, you are not a leader. You are just trying to manage them. So I think everybody should inspire themselves in order to create positive changes around the world. I think this is the hidden formula of being successful in whole life. You can always send your questions to me. You can ask your questions whenever. You can cut my presentation and ask your questions. No problem with that. I'll be so pleased because it will be also a relaxing time for me. So let's continue. How to inspire yourself. So how can we inspire ourselves? I had 3 main strategies in here. Firstly, building brand by new projects. Design thinking is so important in nowadays world. You need to do it with best designers and best designs. And in the digital world, design thinking is very, very important. And we will come to this point how we manage design thinking for our chapter. And secondly, in the start of the year, we had very few active members. The problem is that if you don't have people, even though you have wonderful projects, you cannot achieve anything. Firstly, you need to recruit more members and you need to activate them. So this is the second strategy of this year. And the third one, globalization. Yes, we are in COVID situation, we are at home, we are locked down, but no worries. You can find a way to globalize your organization digitally. And we will come to that point later. So firstly, how to inspire yourself in the first phase, building brands by new projects. Let's get started. This is the guy who inspired our design. Do you know Emre Uludağ? Emre Uludağ inspired the design of JCI Bahçeşehir. Well, actually, Emre Uludağ was a member of JCI Turkey from another local chapter, and he was. Many people are not aware of his skills in the last year. And before we start the year, I met him, and we started to coordinate each other. And I saw the big potential with him, and we invited him to our chapter. And afterwards, there was a great coordination. I had many ideas. I had many big ideas, new projects, new designs, and I told about my dreams to Emre. I was the thinker of the projects, and he was the designer of the projects. So we became a great team together. His designing skills helped JCI Bahçeşehir show how we can manage design thinking. Let me show you the examples to you now. First, the business talks. Can you see the logo? Whenever I saw this logo, I thought that it was a little bit like a TV channel program logo, because this was what I dreamed. We would like to invite top executives from national and international companies, and business talks would be our business projects, business opportunity projects for JCI Bahçeşehir, and we need a nice logo, and that is what Emre did after I told about my dreams. And then, do you see the flyers? It's almost like a marketing agency work. It's all free and done by our new member, Emre Uludağ. He became the design thinker of us. Let's check out the logos. We have a guest from Microsoft. We have a guest as top CMO of Turkey. And these are the designs that they are also delighted. So you can organize great projects, but you can always try to make it looking better. Just think of that. You go to important events, so you try to dress nicely. So this is the dress of your organization and dress of your projects as well. So we are so glad to have these designs. And in the second one, we would like to have an individual development opportunity project called Self-Excellence. This would include motivation, leadership, teamwork, so on, training courses. And there will be also training courses such as yoga and meditation. And so I told Emre that we need to have a logo including these all concepts. And also it should be some artful. And there should be some nice scene on that. So you see the S here, it's very colorful, and self-excellence became an abbreviation of Selfex. So this is the new brand of JCI Bahçeşehir, by this way, and we have the nice designs on that. And Turkey Connecting Business Asia, our awarded project. In the past, we had a logo. I would like to show it to you. In the left part, you see there's also much work on that. We try to give some messages, but in the real world, we need a professional logo. So Emre inspired the logo in the right part. And you see, we made it more professional afterwards. We are connecting to Asia from Turkey. And we have nice flyers afterwards. And Auto-Twinning, this is the globalization project of JCI Bahçeşehir. It's sounding something like road or flying to somewhere. And so we try to visualize that. And it's also a way, a road to twinning. We will come to the inclusion of the project later on. And you see the nice designs afterwards. We also have a peace project, peace in Turkey, peace in the world. And there should be always a peace bird, a symbol of peace. There should be a bird. And here you see peace in Turkey, peace in the world, and nice designs afterwards. And we have the community project, social impact. We would like to go into United Nations Sustainable Development Goals to discuss over all of them. So we need a nice logo by this way. So this is social impact. And the last, we have the website. Please check it out, jcibahceşehir.com. You will also like it. This is one of the design thinking approach of JCI Bahçeşehir as well. So you see, even though you have great projects or not, you need to have a great design to combine it with them. And this is design thinking. If you have any question, I can take it because it's the first ending part of our session. Any question? Dear Celeste, what do you think? Would you like to give some feedback? We cannot hear you, sorry. Your microphone is mute. Can you unmute your microphone, Celeste?
Oh, there. Sorry. Yes, from what I've gotten during the first part of your presentation, it's really about branding, how you would dress up your project, the initial impression, how it makes that initial impact when people see your logo, where it displays, the colors, how will it present to the people who see it, not just to JCI members, but also to non-JCI members. And I think that's something that we could also incorporate in our own projects, because as you were going along your presentation, even in just that single image, even in just that logo, I already have an idea what your project is. And as you explain, yes, I've gotten the idea correctly. So for me, Press, I would like to commend how you brand your projects and the programs that are under those respectively.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, this is what we care on so much, because we had really great projects. These were the plans of the year, total year, and we would like to make them looking better. And there was a very successful designer in our team, Emre Ulda. Thanks to Emre Ulda, he made this year wonderful by design techniques. So this is the end of our first part of our presentation. Let's come to the second part.
Oh, well, sorry, before you proceed, I just want to share a couple of comments from the chat. JCI Kadayawan member Pam comments your second strategy. Good point on your second strategy, and also congratulates you on your website and brand design.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the appreciation. So, shall we continue with the second part of our presentation?
Yes, Chris, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Recruiting more members. This is really important. I think this is also a challenging part of all organizations in the world. Recruiting more members, motivating them, activating them. And in the start of the year, we had the same issue. So how can we increase recruitments in our team? Let's check it out. And we have one another inspiring character on our chapter, Gülşah. Gülşah inspired the growth. So how did she inspire the growth? I would like to tell about it. We had only one source, JCI Turkey. And JCI Turkey provided some members, new members. Sorry, I need to go back. And one of them was Gülşah. And at the end of last year, I met her, as well as I met many other members. But she was she was very special. And as long as we started to learn more about Gülşah, she started to provide membership opportunity for JCI Bahçeşehir too. She had a huge network, well-qualified people, and as she liked JCI, she also invited her friends to JCI Bahçeşehir. And then we started to grow our network. We started to grow our membership profile. It was really amazing for us. Meanwhile, we also recruited new members from JCI Turkey. So we had two sources now, both Gülşah and also JCI Turkey. So then see what happened. We had a nice WhatsApp group. As you see in the digital world, we don't have JCI Bahçeşehir. We have JCI Bahçeşehir 4.0, digitalizing the WhatsApp group as well. And this is very dynamic WhatsApp group. Firstly, we started the year with 18 members in here. And then we reached to 38 members afterwards. And we had also plus 18 candidate members. So we almost tripled the organization by this specific approach, by our inspiration. And now we have the network. We have the members. But it's not enough. To have members is not enough. You need to go through and activate them. So how to inspire and activate them? Let's go through that. Okay, yes, business talks. When someone comes new to our JCI Bahçeşehir. Well, you just met JCI soonest and you don't know about JCI very well. And you don't know how to organize projects in JCI. And you just try to learn more about JCI. This is your first days in your JCI. So how we can activate these members? We start from this point, and we thought that even we are in COVID situation, we have two opportunities. One opportunity is driving from business. The second opportunity is driving from individual. If the members interested on business opportunities, we can organize events on business talks. Business talks is the main business opportunity project of JCI Bahçeşehir. So how? According to the interest of the new member, we can prefer any topic. For example, our Secretary General, Burcu, is here with us now, is a finance professional. She's auditor. So we would like to organize business talks event with a CFO. It's important for us because Burcu would like to be a CFO in the future. Burcu would like to learn from CFOs, and Burcu would like to increase network among CFOs. So there are three benefits inside of that. And firstly, Burcu is very happy and very enthusiastic about organizing an event such that, because it's adding value to her. Likewise, we can organize events such sales, marketing, purchasing, digital age, entrepreneurship, new technologies, startups. These can be all our topics according to the interest of our members. Each time we assign a moderator, and they, according to the interest of the moderator, we organize the event. So what happened? We organized 12 events. 2 of them were offline before COVID-19, but many of them, as you see, almost 10 events are organized during COVID situation, and we had 4 moderators, and we had 9 topics, and we had 1 project within all business talks concept. And I would like to show you a great comeback, a super comeback on business talks project. Shafak joined JCI Bahçeşehir 6 months ago. She was very energetic and also excited from our organization. And one day she left our organization because she thought that it's so much digital. People cannot meet each other very well. According to her perspective, she cannot join some events. She's very busy, so she can remove herself from the organization. Then I talked with her and I asked the needs of her. I learned that she would like to organize a business talks event, but she didn't have time. She cannot coordinate the top executive timings. She cannot prepare the questions. These are tough operation time for her, but she would like to moderate it. So we plan it together with Shafak. And then what happened? Shafak organized 2 business talks event here with one of the most outstanding GSM operators of Turkey, Turkcell. And this is the top executive of Turkcell in here, strategy coordinator. And one of the top CMOs of Turkey was invited, and Shafak Coştu was the moderator of the event. And afterwards, maybe it will be really interesting for you, but she organized 2 more events. She became a panelist speaker in gender equality panel of JCI Bahçeşehir, and also she organized 1 event of social impact. So she organized 4 events after this super comeback. And we come to self-excellence. By the way, if you have questions, we can also always answer that. Celeste, is there any question?
I've seen all praises for Gulsha. Sorry, Gulsha.
Gulsha, yes.
Yes. All praises here in the chat group. We hope we could meet her in person eventually. And sa fact, her comeback story is very inspiring. She hesitated at first, but she ended up doing really good projects later on, Bess. It's really good. And I see that you really wanted to get in touch with the members and pick on the interests of the new members to have them more engaged in your projects and in the chapter and in helping the community. So again, another great point is getting in touch with your members. And we have a question here from our sister in JCI Cagayawan. Do you use any tool or form to know the interest of your members? I think that's a great question. Press.
Well, okay, no, actually, we are just focusing on the interest of moderator. For example, when a new member joins JCI Bahçeşehir, we encourage them to join our events firstly. And after a few weeks later, I asked the question what he or she can do for JCI Bahçeşehir. Because they are already aware of business talks or self-excellence. These are the main top projects for JCI Bahçeşehir that they can be moderators. And I would like to see the interest of the person. If the person is business oriented, I would like to see the interest or business interest of this person. For example, one of our other moderators of business talks, Mustafa Kıran, is a sales executive in AstraZeneca. So he organized a panel with sales directors. For example, Emre Ulda always told of organizing a business talk event. So he can also organize with IT directors or IT professionals because it's his area. So according to interest of the moderator who is assigned for the project is important than the other members because there'll be always input for other members. But firstly, the moderator should believe in the concept and should get value from the concept. That's what we do.
So basically, the moderator organizes the activity or the project according to what they know and what they are good at. And then from there, you proceed in developing, let's say, their interests and having other members participate. Is that correct, Pes?
Yes, correct. Not doing well, just trying to develop themselves on that area. For example, if I am a finance professional, I'm focusing on CFOs. If I'm a marketing professional, I'll focus on CMOs because I want to be a CMO. If I am a sales executive, I want to be a sales director. So focusing on sales director. That's what we do. And that's a kind of a career development for these people.
I think that's a good way to get them engaged because it's something that they enjoy doing, they are very knowledgeable about. So they're very passionate in the implementation and getting people to come and participate in their project press. It's a really good model for us to imitate here in the Philippines too.
Thank you so much. So let's continue with Selfex. So how we inspire people by Selfex. According to the interest of people, we suggest them, we advise them to find trainers. For example, some members may try to find, would like to get motivation training or leadership training. So you can organize it under Selfex. You can get your training under Selfex. Please find a nice trainer, an international or national trainer, and organize a project, and we can also benefit from that. This is Selfex. So with Selfex, we had 9 events, 9 topics, 6 moderators, speakers, and thanks to Gülşah again, she organized many yoga and also meditation activities under this project. That's also showing how well you are. If you have some skills like, or if you have some training such yoga and meditation, you can also organize it under Selfex, and we can always have a chance to organize leadership, motivation, body language sessions under this self-excellence project. So we inspired 6 people, and the best story of that was this: Can Burak Nalbantoğlu. Nice. Neşal would like to learn yoga too. Okay, maybe Gülşah may organize a yoga session for you too, as well. Okay, let's come to Can Burak Nalbantoğlu. He's an academician. He's a good trainer. Well, if you check on this site or in this aspect, you see nothing interesting. It's just regular for him to organize 2 trainings. One of them is time management. The other one is teamwork. That's okay. That seems very easy, but it's not very easy. Because Can Burak Nalbantoğlu joined JCI Bahçeşehir on March, before COVID-19. We couldn't meet him physically. And then COVID-19 situation started. And then his business went into trouble. and for 5 or 6 months, he couldn't come back. Even though in the first part of his membership, he was attending a lot of events. He was so energetic. He would like to do something. He would like to organize trainings. His English was good and joining global organizations. But afterwards, due to COVID-19, his business went into trouble. So he needed to get back to himself for 5 or 6 months. During 5 or 6 months, I frequently, in 15 days or in 3 weeks, I talked with him. I called him. I sent a message to him, whether he is good or not. Whenever he is back to our organization, I told him that we'll be so pleased. And finally, in September, he's back to our organization because everything is changed in his life. He opened a white page in the business, and he promised and he would like to come back to organize new events, new training activities, and he started on September. And after 1 month later, on October, now he's organizing another training on teamwork, and we got him back. That's the most inspiring story of self-excellence. Okay.
Wow, Pres. I commend you for really connecting with your members. So sometimes they have their own reasons, their personal reasons to be a bit inactive in the chapter, but you continue to communicate with them, to reach out to them, and it really pays off, just like the 2 active members now who are doing a lot of projects for the chapter.
Yes, and let's go through the project that we are globalizing our chapter, Road to Twinning. I think Road to Twinning is a project that provides orientation to our members, because the main idea of the project is to meet global chapters. So when we meet with a global chapter, first event is get to know each other. During this event, each member introduced themselves, and we introduce our projects, as well as the host chapter, the guest chapter also introduce their members, as well as they introduce their projects. So during Road to Twinning project, just think of any member, join any event, can learn about active members of JCI Bahçeşehir and meet active members during this event, because active members are also introducing themselves. And this member can learn about the projects. So this is the orientation for these members. For example, I'm a person just joining JCI Bahçeşehir. I'm in an international event. I learn the backgrounds of active members, and I learn about the projects. And meanwhile, I'm representing our organization, because I am JCI Bahçeşehir in front of another chapter from the rest of the world, from Philippines, from Bolivia, from Nigeria. We will come to that point. So that also increases loyalty and belonging of the new member. So if anyone knows English well to join any global events, it becomes an orientation event for this member. And they are also developing their English proficiency and public speaking. That's also one nice part of Road to Twinning, because they are speaking about themselves and they speak whenever they need. So with Road to Twinning project, during COVID-19, we organized 24 global events. This Road to Twinning project started on April, after we understood that we cannot travel anymore, so we can connect to all world. We started to connect all chapters around the world, and we so far organized 24 global events. That's Road to Twinning. So any question from this side? This is an orientation program for our members.
That's quite a lot of projects, Press. 24 projects. So what are the nature of those projects? What type of projects have you implemented? Just give us a few examples of those 24.
Okay. In the last part of the presentation, I will tell more about Road to Twinning. That's just the member orientation part. So if you are living in Turkey as an expat, you don't know Turkish, but you want to join JCI, we also have one more project for you. Peace in Turkey, peace in the world. Why? Because you are an expat in Turkey, you are not familiar with Turkey, you start to live in Turkey, you have a journey in Turkey, and you have a journey in JCI Bahçeşehir. And this year, we have 3 international members from 3 countries. One of them is Najma Nadile from Palestine. She joined JCI Bahçeşehir on April, and she couldn't speak very well Turkish. She was not very comfortable speaking Turkish, but we had many international events, so she can frequently speak English and she could join most of them. And then she could be a guest speaker in the first peace event, Peace in Turkey, Peace in the World. She told about her story in Turkey. She told how she adapted to Turkey, and she told many things in the peace manner. So that's also increased her belonging and loyalty to our organization after this event. And we have another member, international member from Syria, Abdullah Ojel. He almost joined all Road to Twinning projects, and there's an interesting story of him. He just came to Turkey. He was a JCI member in Syria, active member in Syria. And on March, he started to check out Instagram pages of Istanbul chapters, Istanbul JCI chapters, and he discovered JCI Bahçeşehir because we were posting English posts, and also we were organizing global events. So he was interested in that, and he sent a message to us. And then we immediately contacted him and recruited him under Road to Twinning project. And then in the peace event, he also became the guest speaker. And today, he is an official member of JCI Bahçeşehir. And he's very, very happy because we are an international chapter. Just think out of the box. Many other chapters in Turkey are using local language while they are organizing their events. They don't use English in their events. So it's almost impossible for an expat or someone who doesn't know Turkish to be an active member on these chapters. But in JCI Bahçeşehir, it's very easy for expats to be a member, also become a guest speaker as well, as you see. And the third surprise of JCI Bahçeşehir, we have an international member from Indonesia, an Asian like me. And he came to Turkey last year. Wahyu, a very sympathetic friend, very nice friend. He would like to join JCI because he was very familiar with JCI in Indonesia, and JCI Turkey assigned Wahyu to JCI Bahçeşehir, and we immediately contacted him and recruited him under our projects. And lately, in the Peace Project, he became a guest speaker. We are so happy to have Wahyu in our chapter as well. So these are the inspirations of, you see, national and international, local and international members. So do you have any question for membership recruitment? Because I'll come to another inspiring story.
Just like to ask our brothers and sisters who are here in our Zoom meeting, and welcome to those who just joined. And just get you up to speed, Press Anil is open to questions about membership. So for our chapter presidents, our future presidents, just drop your questions in the chat box and I'll gladly read it aloud. So while I think some of you are still composing your messages, first, I'd just like to ask a question. I mean, personally from my chapter, a personal experience. Let's say, how about me? I am far from my sisters in Cagayan de Oro, so where our chapter is based. What are your other suggestions for me to really connect with them aside from our usual chat via the internet or our video call? Are there other ways I can participate in our projects in Cagayan de Oro?
Well, actually, most of our members are not in Istanbul now. Even I'm not in Istanbul. I think there's no worry about it. I'm in Izmir now with my parents because during COVID situation, many people are living at home, working at home. There's no issue with that. So I think the best thing about digital world is no matter where you are, you can connect and organize new projects. There's no change that I'm in Istanbul or I'm in, because we are still organizing events on Zoom. So as long as we are in Zoom, there's no problem. You can inspire yourself and organize new projects, dear Celeste.
So I guess it's true that the pandemic really has made the world smaller, because if it were in a normal setting, it may take a while for us to really conceptualize this webinar. But since we are, if I may say, stuck at home with our internet connections, the pandemic has made such a proactive way for us to really get together and learn more about each other, Press.
Yes, right, right. If there's no more questions, we can continue
I
by
Yes,
inspiration
I
in
think they wanted to
production.
proceed, yes, to the next topic.
Okay, so let's come to the most specific and important project of JCI Bahçeşehir this year. I think this is touching the hearts of people. Okay, my mother's heart is my school. This project is designed by our Secretary General, Burcu. And what happened? Why did she? Why did she organize this project? Well, she's very, very hardworking, and she was very hardworking until May. She was doing all operations of JCI Bahçeşehir, not only project, helping me 24 hours. She's very, very successful. And in the mid of May, we learned that her mother is ill, and then within 2 weeks, her mother passed away. Rest in peace, Mrs. Fatma. We were so sad about it. And just think of a person who lost her mother and also best friend. You cannot feel better whatever happens. We try to relieve the burden of her. We try to spend our almost all time with her. I didn't go out for 3 or 4 months after lockdown in Turkey, and whenever I heard it, I just took a taxi and went to the home of Burcu after passing away of her mother, and we tried our best for her every time. And as she's a very optimistic and strong girl, she thought that after her mother passing away, she could invest on the community. If she invests on the community, her mother would be very happy taking her away, and it would be a happiness for her life. So she told us that she learned from her mother's heart, the good things from her mother's heart, and she started the project. My mother's heart is my school, and she started to invest on community. She inspired us on the community. We collaborated with an association called Atlas Association, and she prepared the food with them as well. And we donated food to many poor people. We organized 2 events. That's really amazing for any person. I think just think of yourself. Many of JCI members may lose their parents, and they can remove themselves from the organization for a long time. But just 1 or 2 months time, she recovered back. She prepared a project. She started donation activities, and she inspired other members to invest on the community. That's really amazing. We are so lucky to have Burcu. She's an inspiring character. She's an inspiring leader, community leader for us. That's one of the best things of our year. You see how she gives the food to old people with love. So this is the project. My mother's heart is my school. Okay, this is the community inspiration of JCI Bahçeşehir. So we are coming to the last part of our organization, the last inspiration of our organization, globalization. So let's get started. Do you see the screen now?
Yes, Wes.
The screen shows 20 countries, 30 cities that I meet JCI people. But this was before COVID-19. I understood that at the start of the April, I understood that I will have no flights, international flights, until the end of the year. So we need to find an inspiration to go global. That could be a strength of our chapter during pandemic, because we are all digital, so we can organize many events digitally. So how did it started? We also found some new members who can inspire us in globalization. I would like to introduce you Kerem. Kerem inspired us in the globalization. How? he inspired us? Well, he joined JCI Macajalar on June. And afterwards, I realized that his English proficiency was really great. He was speaking better than me. He was really great. And his accent was wonderful. His background is wonderful. I loved his leadership. I loved how he handles anything. So I thought that we could be a great team for the debate championship. And 1 week later, there was a debate championship for JCI Turkey. And we had Kerem, we had Erdem. Erdem is our EVP. He will be the next local president of JCI Bahçeşehir. And thanks for the appreciation, by the way. And we know Erdem, and I know Erdem for long years. We have a lot of international flights. We attended many international events of JCI. We have visited even Philippines together. And we know each other well, so we can coordinate very well. But Kerem is a new character. And he joined JCI Bahçeşehir recently, 1 week before the debate championship. But we thought that he could inspire it. He could inspire us, and see what happens. We became the champion of JCI Turkey on debate championship. That's the biggest, one of the biggest inspiration of this year. And afterwards, what happens? We represented JCI Turkey in the European Conference against JCI Ireland. And we will still represent JCI Turkey in Yokohama online debating championship. And that's also a great inspiration to our team, because we didn't just focus on debating championship previously. For a long, I think, 5 years of my JCI career, I just attended one time to debating championship, and it was Turkish. But after joining of Kerem, we thought that we could compete there. And he made an inspiration to us, and we became the champion. And that's excellent, and we will never forget that. And then what happened in European Conference? Thanks to JCI Europe, they nominated me as one of the most outstanding member of Europe. I take it as a great appreciation of JCI Europe. I was not the most outstanding member, but this is a really great appreciation. Thanks for everyone who supported me here. And Turkey Connecting Business Asia became the best long-term local community program. I was so happy about it because in the last 2 years, in 2019 and 2018, this project was nominated as one of the top 3 projects of JCI Europe for 2 categories. And the project did not get an award internationally. And in the World Congress 2019 in Tallinn, Estonia, this project again became one of the top 3 projects of Best Inter-Organization Collaboration. And congratulations to JCI Philippines. One project from JCI Philippines was nominated as the best. And we still could not get an award with this project. But this year, in Europe Conference, finally, this project has been awarded as the most outstanding best long-term community program. So let's come to the regular globalization of JCI Bahçeşehir. And your question, dear Celeste, what do we do in Road to Winning project? Well, actually, we started with get-to-know meetings from all chapters around the world, starting from Philippines. We love JCI Women DAO and Press Diane, greetings to her. And secondly, Tunisia, Africa, JCI Nadur. Thirdly, thanks to Press Tara, Philippines, JCI Kadayavan. We always love Philippines. So Philippines is the only country that we are connected to 2 chapters. The other countries have only 1 chapters included in the project. And Dominican Republic, from Latin America, JCI 80 Inc. From Europe, Romania, JCI Bucharesti. From Ecuador, JCI Peradal Pacifico, Latin America. From Indonesia, JCI Midang. From Mongolia, JCI Capital. From Bolivia, JCI Tunari. From Latvia, Europe, JCI Riga. From Malaysia, JCI Unite Penang. From Lithuania, JCI Kaunas. From Estonia, JCI Tempea. From Bangladesh, JCI Dhaka North. From Africa, JCI Ghana, JCI Dansoman, and Nigeria, JCI Benin Metro. These are all chapters that we came together in Zoom to get to know each other. And the 17th chapter this year, JCI has started from Belgium. So in the first meeting, what we do, let me explain it again. We come together on Zoom. All members of the guest chapter introduce themselves. And then our members introduce themselves one by one. And accordingly, the guest chapters tell about their projects. We learn about their projects. And then accordingly, we tell about our projects. And in the last session, in the last part of the session, we talk about mutual events. We consider which projects to focus. And then accordingly, we organize mutual events. So what we did as mutual events, let's come to that. But before that, I would like to show you something. If JCI Bahçeşehir becomes an airline, during COVID situation, we connected the whole world. And we can connect more, penetrate on Africa, America. Maybe we can go through with Australia later. These are the missing parts, but most of the world are covered by Road to Winning project. And this is the most successful airline in the COVID situation, we can say, JCI Bahçeşehir Airlines. Okay, so what we did afterwards, how did we collaborate with the chapters? You know, we have business talks. So doing business, for example, with JCI Women DAO, doing business in Philippines versus doing business in Turkey. We have one guest speaker from TÜSİAD, one of the most outstanding business platforms of Turkey, and he's a member. And they have also an entrepreneur from Philippines. We asked the questions to the entrepreneur in Philippines, and JCI Women DAO asked the question to the entrepreneur in Turkey. The same applies for JCI Perla del Pacifico from Ecuador. We have a guest speaker from Ecuador. We have a guest speaker from Turkey. We asked the question to guest speaker in Ecuador, and they asked the question to guest speaker in Turkey. Okay, and we also organize Turkey Connecting Business Asia online, first time. We generally organize it in Istanbul or Asia Pacific. But this is a new thing that we did during COVID situation, and it's also a part of Road to Winning project, Turkey Connecting Business Indonesia. We have 4 guest speakers. One of them is the CEO of the biggest holdings of, one of the 2 biggest holdings of Turkey, Sabancı Holding, Kortsa, CEO, Ali Çalışkan, already invested in Indonesia and told about the success story in Indonesia. And vice versa, Shahriyan Harapap from Kadin, the biggest business platform of Indonesia, told about the investment opportunities in Indonesia. And Mickey Lawrence, a trader from Indonesia who had export and import trades experience in Turkey. And Ali Suat Gerger, an SME advisor, consultant, and he also told business opportunities between Turkey and Indonesia. We also organized yoga session with JCI Kadayavan under self-excellence. Thanks to Gülşah for her efforts again here. Virtual yoga class. We collaborated with JCI Kadayavan under self-excellence. And we also had peace projects. You just learned the first part, you know, Najman was guest speaker, peace in Turkey part. And in the second part, we had 2 chapters collaborating with us. JCI Women DAO again from Philippines and JCI Kaunas from Lithuania. How did they collaborate with us? They told about the peace stories of their country. They told about their past peace projects, national and locally. And they promoted their culture as well as their tourism. Because culture and tourism promotes peace. We believe in that. We also learn more about their culture and tourism as well. So in the second event, we collaborated with JCI Capital, JCI Medan, and JCI United Penang. They did the same. Past peace stories, peace projects, culture and tourism promotion. And in the third one, we collaborated with Latin America, JCI 80 Inc., JCI Tunari, JCI Perla del Pacifico. In the first part, we have the international guests, international members. In the second part, we have the collaboration chapters. So, do you have any question?
Press, if I may say, I'm just soaking it all in. I'm very overwhelmed with the progress of your chapter through the years, how you interact with your members, you empower your community, the people, the projects. I am blown away. Thank you very much for sharing all those. It's very inspiring, Press. It makes me want to really be more active, especially globally, because as example, exemplified by your chapter, you were able to connect to a lot of chapters worldwide, not just in your area, but worldwide. So it also serves as an inspiration for us to connect with other chapters as well. Thank you, Press. It's
Yeah,
really
thank you.
enlightening. And yeah, I see also a lot of other members of the Zoom meeting who are really commending your collaboration efforts, your connecting your Bahçeşehir Airlines. Ooh. I wanna fly with Bahçeşehir Airlines, JCI Macajalar, JCI Philippines with JCI Bahçeşehir. That's really something. Best connecting flight ever. Wow.
Okay. Nice feedback from our participants. Thank you so much. So we are coming to the end of our session. If there's no question, I would like to show you some more inspiration for life.
Yes, please, Press, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, some more inspirations for life now. That's my inspiration I would like to share with you. I really love taking online courses from LinkedIn Learning, and this is the best one. The CEO of LinkedIn, Jeff Weiner, an amazing leadership fundamentals here. I suggest you, I highly recommend you to get this training if you have access to LinkedIn Learning. I learn a lot from this course, and you can learn a lot for your leadership. And secondly, the most inspiration book for me to Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, rest in peace, founder of Singapore, from third word to first. I use many leadership techniques from this book in whole my life, as well as in JCI leadership, and I learned a lot from uh, this amazing leader. He's like both in a government officer and as well as a business person, and as well as a great leader socially, and also many other things that we can describe Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. I learned a lot from his book, and I highly recommend it to people who wants to learn leadership, global leadership. Interesting story. So, thank you so much to listen to me for a long time. These are the contact details of me. And if you have any more questions, I would like to answer all of them. Hope you enjoyed the session. This is whatever I would like to tell you today.
Thank you, Press. Thank you very much. Time flew by, actually. I didn't realize it. It already took a while, but honestly, your stories, I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks of this, but your stories, the ideas that you share has really fascinated us. Thank you very much, Press Anil. And I just like to, if you let me, to condense what you said. So, servant leadership amidst the pandemic, you did emphasize on inspiring yourself, hashtag inspire yourself. And you highlighted the aspects, which would be creating new projects, recruiting more members, and globalization. I think the dominant factor of all those is really connecting with people. It's reaching out to people, making the best out of every situation, making sure that you are able to have a very proactive response in everything you do. And it really shows in how JCI Macajalar has really made such an impact, not only in Turkey, but also in various parts of the world. So again, thank you very much, Press Anil, and thank you very much, JCI Macajalar, for allowing us, JCI Macajalar 24K and the Philippines, to connect with you tonight. So again, I would just like to ask our brothers and sisters here in the Zoom meeting if there are any questions that you'd like to ask. Any, maybe you'd like to share also some of your insights, your stories?
Yeah, we will be so
Anybody?
pleased. If there are any feedback, you can open your microphone and give your feedback as well, because the presentation is over now. And if you have any question on the presentation, we can go back and reply your question by the presentation as well.
Yes, I remember Press Anil sharing that he wanted this to be an enjoyable experience. So Press, did you enjoy giving the webinar today? Did you enjoy
Yeah,
it?
thank you. Yes, of course. Thank you. That's a really great opportunity for me as well. And thanks for your appreciation to have me as a guest speaker. That's also an appreciation, and I'm so much honored for that. I always love to collaborate with JCI Macajalar. 2 years before I came, maybe you don't know, I'm not sure. 2 years before I came there, and at the airport, starting from the airport, it was an amazing one day, and I felt like it was 1 week, joyful 1 week for me, even though it's just one day. I can never forget how how your members were hospitable, especially Press Sherry, Press Joyce, and Neshal. They were really amazing. They hosted me very well, and it was one of the most uh, memorable events for me. Even though I had a lot of flights to Asia, I can never forget that day. And I was so much feeling. Uh, how can I say? I need to. I always told myself that how I can organize one day in Kagande or afterwards. I should stay there more, because this was one of the most hospitality I have ever seen. So thanks for everything to JCI Macajalar for today, or for the hospitality 2 years before. These are really memorable things for me.
I'm glad we made a good impression on you. And Press, you did make also a very good impression on us. And we would want to get to know you and your members more. So to our brothers and sisters there in JCI Bahçeşehir, we would want to get to know you more. We hope to have more collaborations with Press Anil and the rest of you. We want to hear more about your stories, your JCI journey, and other fields of interest that you would want us to really learn about. So looking forward to more experiences, activities with you, Press, during the pandemic and beyond.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll be always so pleased. Let me
Thank
just
you.
know how we can collaborate. I'm always here.
We will, Press. We will. Thank you for that. And to close our activity for tonight, sadly, we have to close it. But again, this is not the end. Press April Fonsanto of JCI Macajalar 24K would like to share a few words of gratitude before we end the webinar. Press April, go ahead.
Hi. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Well, first of all, I would like to say thank you for all the time that you have given to us tonight, to JCI Bahçeşehir, especially to Press Anil. Um, uh, wait. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation to be the speaker for tonight. It is such an honor to have you. We surely have learned a lot, especially in getting the members engaged, to connect with the members, and to inspire the members. You're such an inspiring and a good role model of JCI. I'm hoping to collaborate more projects with you soon. And to SecNesh and EVP Sese, thank you for facilitating the event tonight. Also, I would like to say thank you to our guests, RVP Jason Kudia, Press Tara of JCI Kadayawan, Press Bernadette Chua of JCI Silang, Press Joyce of JCI Makala 24K, and to the rest of our brothers and sisters of JCI Bashi Share. Thank you so much. Thank you. And to everyone here, uh, we have also guests from Surigao, Sec Hector, and to the rest of JCI Macajalar ladies, thank you so much. Thank you. JCI Karayawan Pam, thank you. And to Cams, thank you. And I hope you enjoyed our session for tonight.
Thank you, Press April. It's really just to show gratitude to everyone. We're really thankful. JCI Macajalar is really thankful for your participation. So before we conclude, Chair Nesh, could you assist us in having a group picture so we could have a memorable piece of history with us tonight? EVP Nesh, Chair Nesh.
Yes! Picture taking, everyone.
May I request everybody to please turn on your video cameras for a photo opportunity. We just want to have this encapsulated in history. It's a very memorable experience for us.
Picture taking, and also anyone can take this as an opportunity to say hi. Say hi. You can unmute yourselves. If you wanna greet.
Vips, wala akong nag-uniform, Vips. Okay ra na akong picture.
No problem. Well, I like seeing the beautiful and handsome people here tonight. Hello.
Okay, are we ready for picture?
Chair Nesh,
Hi, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Chair Nesh, let us know when you're ready to take the photo, please.
All right, I'm still waiting for the others. Where are the others? Can you
Okay.
turn on your cam, please? Show us your pretty and handsome faces. Hi! Hello, sisters from JCI Kadayawan. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Hello mga guwapa.
Sec Hector,
Hi!
I know you're there.
For having
Turn
me
on your
here.
cam. So, okay, we're good. We're good. I think the rest are shy.
Okay, Chair. Take the photo.
Yep. Okay,
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Smile. Another one. 1, 2, smile. Wait. All right. All right. All right.
We good, Chair?
Yep, we're good. We're good.
All right. So once again, this is Celeste Dosos of JCI Macajalar 24K. Thank you for spending time with us. So for those
Thank
who still
you.
want to hang out after this webinar, you can stay. Let's have a drink. Let's share a drink. Our brothers and sisters in JCI Bahçeşehir. I know it's still afternoon there, but hey, let's have a drink, water, coffee, whatever it is. Let's hang out.
Thank you, RVP.
Good night to everyone.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you again, Press Anil, our dearest friend.